So I wanted to talk today about how the universe will send you angels and guides. Maybe not the exact thing that you need to do, but enough code and information so that you will know what the next move should be or what you should do in terms of a remedy. So I was walking down the street, taking my walk. My husband usually goes walking with me because I'm not that strong yet. Sometimes I can walk on my own. But anyway, he had to go to work, so he invited me to go for a walk. And we walked all the way to the end of the street, and there were some people down there. It was my neighbor. It was a lady that lives on the street, and it was four other people with her. Three other people with her. And she introduced me to the people and told me that they were here on holiday, so they were staying at the Airbnb. And the lady looked at me. She said, "I just beat cancer." And I was like, "Wow." So she introduced me to her children, and I knew it was a sign, just the way I felt. And I asked her if there was a way I could keep in touch with her. And she said, "Yeah, I'll be staying here." So I, the next day, my husband invited me to the beach. And I hadn't been to the beach in months. And I felt like if I went, it would be nice to get into the sea and help me with my bones, and the salt might help cure me. So we were in the water for about 30 to 40 minutes. It was really nice. I usually am scared to be in the water. I have fear. But I knew I needed to be in there, so it was easier. On the way back, I spotted the lady again. Let's just call her V. And the daughter recognized me, and they called out to me, and we wound up talking for a while. And the message was that she used cannabis to heal herself. And we talked for a while. She gave me an amethyst. She gave me this and told me that I need to meditate with it every day. And then her husband helped me. We were leaving. Her husband helped me up, and he took me by the hands to pull me up out of the chair. Only thing is, once I stood up, he kept holding on to my hands. And I started getting a little nervous. I was thinking like he had his eyes closed and he was just holding my hands. And I was like, oh my goodness, what's happening? And he said, I know you want to know what's going on, but this is not something that you can do with your mind. Stop thinking. And then I heard an echo in the background say, yeah, she thinks too much from my husband. And I got distracted, so I couldn't really tune into what he was trying to do. But we kept in touch. The next day, I put a note on the door that I wanted to, connect with them again. The next day, we connected. They came to my house. The next day, I went to I walked again and I saw them and I went to their house. And we talked and they mentioned something about a trauma stone. So I'm going to look into that. So now I've got two things that the universe is delivering to me in my doorstep: cannabis oil, and no, three things: the amethyst and the trauma stone. I'm shaking because I have my feet up. I'm trying to make this as still as possible. And then they came back to my house again and we were talking, and her husband started looking at my books, and he saw that I wrote a book which I've totally forgot about. 12 years ago, I wrote a book. And he said, I'm telling you all this stuff, and you already know all this. So that was another message. Like, you know everything that you need to know. The other thing was, they'd seen all my crystals, and he told me about the crystals, but he reminded me I need to keep them clean, charge them, and use them. So that was quite an experience. I believe that they're my angels and guides. They're showing me the way. And the path is very similar to what I've been on. I just haven't done the stuff that I started out doing, the crystals and, the spiritual principles. And he told me, about what to do with some of the crystals. And so my journey right now is to kind of get correct with that, get those things in order. I did try the cannabis oil, but I need to get the dosage or do something different. So I'm not exactly feeling like I want to feel. So I paused that. But again, I'm moving in the direction of what the universe is showing me because I believe that the messages are coming through and I want to listen. So that's it for now. I gotta make these videos sooner, but I wanted to see it through to the end so I can be clear about what this was about. And they went back to the UK and we're still in touch. She texted me, so we ain't gonna be in touch. And the last message she just sent me was about music and dancing. So I'm gonna make a note of everything that I'm asked to do because I just started singing songs again that really touched my spirit. So it's not just messages; it's also confirmations. All right, my dear. Nice catching up. See you on the next one.